Hello, welcome to my house and welcome to my channel. I'm Laura Cepeda and today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful beanie that I know that many of you wanted to learn how to make it. Look at this. I'm going to show you how you can make the puffy stitch in this beautiful hat. You will see it's so easy, and in few steps you will have something like this, okay? So let's start. Remember that first I will give you the material list and the step by step. Well, the secret of this stitch is the yarn. I'm going to use a fine material, 100 grams of this Angorita, and a crochet hook of number 3 or 4 according how you crochet, okay? Here I will share all the information if you want to buy the same material that I'm going to use in this video. Remember that if you want to buy and use the same materials that I use in all my videos, you can visit my online store www.lauracepeda.es. Well, with one thread and with our hook, we are going to start making chains. We are going to start with the bottom. We are going to make the elastic of the hat. I will make this hat for a kid, so I will make 8 chains, but if you are making this for an adult, you are going to make 10 or 12 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 8. Chain one more, and now we are going to start right away taking the below part of the chain and single crochet. And we are going to make 1 single crochet each stitch until we have 8 single crochet. Here we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7 y en el último punto 8. At the end of the row, turn around, chain one more, and now we are going to start making rib stitch. This is single crochet, but only taking the back part of the chain like this. This is the rib stitch. So we are going to continue like this until we have 8 rib stitches. And well, this is how we are going to continue. We are going to repeat several rows like this one until we have a long strip that keeps all around our head, okay? It has to be perfectly fit all around our head. Well, here I'm about to make the last row. Remember, we will start with 1 chain and then single crochet, but just taking the back part of our chain, making rib stitch. And now I will show you how long is my strip, okay? Remember that I'm making this for a kid. If you want, you can make more stitch and more rows for an adult. Well, look at this. Remember, it had to perfectly fit in the head of the person we are making this for, okay? If we fold it, we will measure it, so you can take this as a reference. It measured 20 centimeters, okay? So it's very important that before we continue and before we join and we close the hat, we try on and make sure that this perfectly fit. Remember that it has to be a little bit tight so it can perfectly fit in the head of the person that we are making this for. So now to join, we are going to make a single crochet. We are going to insert our hook and we are going to pass it through the next side like this, and we are going to make single crochet, and we are going to repeat the same. Here in this part, and it's important that we take both parts of the chain, okay? We are not making rib stitch anymore. And well, this is how we are going to join this part. Also, you can sew it, but I think it's more easy if we make it like this. Well, here as you can see it perfectly blended with the rest of the stitch, so it's a pretty good idea if you want to join it like this. Well, now to continue, we will go up with 3 chains, and right away we are going to start making the puff stitch. I will give you the opportunity to see it first. As you can see, I hold it with my finger. And all in the same stitch, and before we insert the hook, we turn over, and until we have 4 times insert our hook in the same hook, we are going to bring them through. We will leave the last and hold, then we are going to make a chain to close. Then we are going to chain 1 more. This will be the chain of division, and look at here. In each one of these splits, we are going to make 1 puff, and we are going to repeat basically the same what we have just made. Look, at the end of the row, we are going to slip 1 to close, and we will have something like this. We are going to insert our hook right in the top of the first puff. We are going to slip one, and we are going to slip one more to be right here in the middle of these two, and right here we are going to go up with 3, and we will make the first puff. And we are going to insert our hook 4 times right in the same stitch, but before we insert our hook we are going to turn over. Once we have 4 times insert the hook, we are going to bring them through, make 2 chains, 1 to close, 1 more of division, and then right away to the next space we are going to make the next puff. And this is basically what we are going to continue for several rows more until we get the length of the hat that we want. And according to the person we are making this for. Well, here I'm going to stop. I'm going to measure it so you can have an idea. I made 14 centimeters, sorry, and now I'm going to continue. We are going to reduce here a little bit. I will show you how. We are going to take our thread and we are going to repeat how we started in all the rows. We are going to slip until the middle of the next puff. We are going to make the first puff, and before I continue I wanted to tell you that I made from here to here 8 rows. And so, well, once we have this one, first we are going to leave it there, we are going to keep it, and we will continue right away to the next hole to make the second puff. And now that we have them together, we are going to bring them through, and like this is how we are going to reduce. And then 1 chain, we are going to make 1, 2, and the next 4 and 5 we are going to make them together. And so we are going to repeat. Remember, now we are going to make 1 in each space. We have to insert our hook 4 times, and before we insert we are going to turn over once, remember, and with 1 chain in between. So when we are about to start the fourth, there is where we are going to reduce, okay? In the fourth and the fifth we are going to join the puff, and there is where we are going to reduce. Okay, so we are almost there, right here, after 1, 2, 3, and remember, about to start the fourth puff. After we reduce for the first time, we are going to keep it there and hold. The fifth, we are going to make the same. We are going to keep it there, we are going to hold it, and we are going to bring them through together and reduce. So this is basically how we are going to continue. 2 together and 1, 2, 3 single, and 2 together again. Well, I follow the sequence and I reduce a little bit, but I want to reduce even a little bit more. So look, this is what we are going to make, okay? We are going to reduce even more, so we will start the same. We are going to slip 1, and now we are going to make 1 single and 1 double. I mean, we are going to join 2 together. So here we have the first one, and then we are going to join 2 right away. So after the first one we made, we are going to join the next 2.
2, 3, 4.
So now we are going to close it. Then the next one we are going to make it simple. So this is how we are going to continue following the sequence, making 1 single and 2 together. We'll see you at the end of the row to see if it reduced a little bit more. Well, now we finished the sequence of 1 single and 2 together, and now the next row we are going to make all of them together. I mean, we are going to join 2 together. So this is the third row where we are reducing. Remember that to start we are going to slip until the middle, and right away we are going to start to reduce. Remember that here we are going to join the first one with the second one. We are going to bring them through, chain 1 and then 1 chain of division, and then the next 2 we are going to join them 2. And please, here it's important that you don't confuse with this space. This is a space that we have been already taken. So like this is how we are going to continue the whole row, joining 2 puff to reduce even more. And look at here, like I'm talking, here I made a mistake. Remember that we are going to make them together. So here I'm going to reduce. But please be careful and put attention in that because like we join, we kind of create a space in between. So we think that this is the space where we are going to insert our hook and make the next puff. So it's important that we keep that in mind. I'm going to continue making this for a little bit more so you can see how it is, okay? But remember that this is how we are going to continue the whole row, and see you at the end to teach you what's next. Well, so look at here. I think that we already reduced too much. It looks amazing. Remember that I told you at the beginning that the secret is in the yarn. This yarn is so beautiful, and I think it's perfect for this kind of projects. Well, now I think that we are just going to continue making double crochets, because I think that we are already close too much. So we are going to make double crochets each space, and we are going to leave the last stitch in hold, because at the end we are going to bring them all of them together to close. So I will do it slowly so you can see how it is. Remember, we are going to keep all the last stitches in hold. We are going to use our finger to keep them. I know that here it's a little bit difficult, but you can't. I know that you can't. Well, I will try to make it possible. If not, I will show you which trick we can use here. But let me see if I can.
Ya no podamos más. Fíjense, todavía nos falta 1, 2 y 3. A ver si todavía podemos hacer uno más. Lazada aquí.
So look right here, when we feel we can't anymore with the same hook, we are going to use other. We are going to take the last double crochet, and now we are going to make the double crochets, and we are going to repeat the same, but now using the other hook, right? So now there is only missing one, right? So here we go. So well, now that we have all of them, we are going to take them, all of them, and insert them in the hook that we have first, right? So now we are going to bring all of them together. Please be careful, try to do it slowly, and try to don't lose any stitch. And well, with this we are almost there, we are almost finishing, and please try not to lose any stitch. Like me, look at here what happened. So now I already fixed it, but don't worry, everything can be fixed, right? So we are done. We finally close it. Now we are going to just here make a knot. I think that this is the easiest and simplest ways to close our hat, right? So now look at this. We are going to cut our thread, a long thread, a little bit long thread. We are going to hide it in the wrong side, and like this we'll finish. Please don't cut right here, okay? Because it can't undo and we don't want to damage our hat. So now the next step is that we are going to hide all the loosened threads that we have there, and we are going to make a pompon. I will show you how, okay? If you want, you can leave it like that, or you can put a brush or a bottom there, but I will show you in case you want to make a pompon and decorate your hat like me. Well, I'm going to use a pompon maker. Look, I bought it, and I also have it in my online store if you want to try it too. If not, well, you can use a cardboard. But look at this. With this, you will see that you will have the most perfect pompon, and you will use less material. So we are going to place these two things like this. We are going to make a knot first. So after we have the knot, we are going to start doing this. It's important that we place them, all of them separately, okay? So look, I also repeat the same in the other part of the pompon maker, and now we are going to match these two sides like this. We are going to try to they perfectly fit in one side and also in the other side, And once we have them together, look at this magic. So once we place them correctly, we are going to use our scissors, and we are going to cut right in the middle of them, like this. Okay, it's very important that we hold them very tight, and you will see. I wanted to show you how you can use this pompon maker. I think that I haven't teach you before, right? So remember that I always try to teach you all the possibilities, all the techniques, so you can choose which is the easiest, right? So like this is how I'm going to cut, and then when I finish I will teach you the result, right? So here I almost finished to cut. We have to make sure that we cut all the threads. So once that we are sure that we cut all of them, we are going to use one thread. In this case I'm going to use this thread that I found, and I think it's more resistant, right? So if you want, you can use the same thread in case you don't have any other thread there, right? It's okay, don't worry. So once we have our thread, we are going to pass it through between these two parts of the pompon maker, and we are going to make a very tight knot. Okay, first we have to make sure. So now we are going to make a knot. So well, now that I make several knots, right? Because I want to make sure, okay? I don't want to make any mistake, because I really want you to see the magic of this pompon maker. So once that you make sure that you make more knots, well, you are going to remove this very carefully, and you will see how beautiful it looks. Very careful. So look at this. Look at the pompon. Now you're going to cut these threads, and it's ready. Once we have our pompon, we are going to place it in the top of our hat, okay? If you want, you can make more, or just want to decorate your hat, I will show you how we are going to make it. So right here in the top, we are going to pass it through, and we are going to make a knot. Also, you can make two pompons and it will look beautiful. So well, now let's see how it looks. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed making this beanie with me. I told you since the beginning that the secret is in the yarn, and I think that this yarn is perfect for this stitch. I hope that you all make this hat and start your own business. Remember that this is the main purpose of these videos, that you start your own business, that you can pop your creativity. Also, you can start making your Christmas gift, okay? So please, if you make it, take a picture and tag me and share it in the social media. I love to see all of your pictures. But well, thank you so much for watching this video. See you very soon, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!